There are parents out there that said if he's going to drink, he's going to drink with me. If he's going to learn about alcohol, he's going to learn about alcohol with me sitting next to him.
Now on Local 5, an exception in Wisconsin drinking laws allows some underagers to drink legally in bars. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tom Zalaski.
And I'm Erin Davison. Underage drinking in Wisconsin is an issue, but believe it or not, you don't necessarily have to be 21 to legally down a drink at a bar or restaurant.
Chris Schuler investigates this loophole in the nation's top binge drinking state.
In the state of Wisconsin, the minimum legal drinking age is 21 years old. Tucked away inside the alcohol laws of the state is an exception to that rule, which may surprise many, which allows anyone of any age under 21 to drink alcohol in a bar or restaurant under certain situations.
It's a law that's out there that not many people are aware of or even realize, or misinterpret it and not really are clear on what that law even means.
According to the Department of Revenue, under Chapter 125 of the Wisconsin State Statutes, an underage person, accompanied by a parent, guardian, or spouse of legal drinking age, may be sold or served alcohol beverages in any licensed premises. A law which former State Senator Judy Robson of Beloit tried to change in 2009 to discourage drinking by teens.
When teens drink, at an early age, they are more likely to continue drinking and binge drinking later on in life.
Robson authored a bill which would have set an age restriction of at least 18 years old to legally drink with a parent or guardian in bars and restaurants. It came out of committee but was never scheduled for a vote.
They're in a bar with their parents having a good time and watching people have fun and being silly, and then there's an atmosphere of encouraging them.
According to the Wisconsin Alcohol Policy Project at UW Law School, approximately 30 states have exceptions to allow minors to have alcohol when with a parent or guardian, but only a few, like Montana and Ohio, mirror Wisconsin's statute, which experts describe as liberal and way out of the mainstream.
I think there's an image out there of a 14-year-old bellying up to the bar with his mom and dad and drinking all night. We certainly don't see that happening.
The head of the Tavern League of Wisconsin says the law lets parents teach their kids how to drink responsibly. He says it's a common practice in many European countries with lower drinking ages.
There are parents out there that said if he's going to drink, he's going to drink with me. If he's going to learn about alcohol, he's going to learn about alcohol with me sitting next to him.
But tavern owners like Mike McNerney and Jeff Von Ferrick say just because they can legally serve those under 21 doesn't mean they're going to start.
Even if you're with your parents, it's our discretion that you have to be 21 to drink in our establishment.
Liability is a huge issue.
You know, we can't control those people as they leave our restaurant and what they do after the restaurant, and we want to make sure that it limits liability for what we do here at Green Bay Distillery.
For my opinion, they could do away with it because I don't use it. I will not let minors drink. So.
A suggestion substance abuse counselor Tom Duffman wishes state lawmakers would embrace.
Have the legislature look at laws like that and improve the culture so that we are not leading the nation in binge drinking.
A change law enforcement says makes common sense.
When you're talking somebody especially under the age of 18 years old and they're in a bar and they're being able to legally drink, you're basically telling them that it's acceptable at your age that you should be drinking alcohol.
An effort this former state senator attempted a decade ago.
I think it's time. I think the culture is ready for a change and to increase the drinking age in bars.
Reporting in Green Bay, Chris Schuler, Local 5 News.
And according to a report by the United Health Foundation, Wisconsin led the nation in excessive drinking in 2018.